So there's going to be a lot more users entering into the Xbox ecosystem in about a year. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to this channel, thank you for stopping by, and consider hitting that subscription button if you like what you see and want to stay up to date on everything next generation. And I'll be getting the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 on day one, and I'm very excited to make videos about those. So let's jump right into it here. So with the launch of XCloud earlier this year, there was one platform that was missing that is a huge market share, especially in North America, and that was iOS, iPhones, iPads, and not being able to use those devices to use Microsoft's XCloud. Well, just this past Wednesday in an all-hands meeting, Phill Spencer talked with the team and said that XCloud will be making its way over to iOS in 2021. And this is coming from employees who have direct knowledge of the comments, saying that Phill Spencer came in and said that they will absolutely end up on iOS. And basically what they're doing to be able to get around the restrictions that Apple has put on these streaming services, particularly XCloud, is that they're going to create a direct browser-based solution so that you can get around the App Store restrictions and rules. Now, if you're not familiar with this, when XCloud launched, they were pretty much banned from iOS. And the reasoning for this was because they were not able to create singular apps for every single game that was on XCloud, and Apple, having their store, wanted to have complete control of it, didn't want them on XCloud. This going into further that the reasoning why is because each individual game purchased in order to comply with Apple's 30% profit splitting policy would not be following that if you were just playing games on XCloud, because you would just be downloading that XCloud app, and then all of the games within XCloud you would be streaming, and they wouldn't be singular app downloads for Apple. And Microsoft not wanting to just comply to these absolutely ridiculous rules that Apple is putting in place to restrict them, obviously out of selfishness and being anti-consumer for this, they refused, calling this solution a bad experience for customers. And you know what, even though it's not on iOS right now, it's great that they did this and they did not just comply. And of course, putting each single app on Apple's App Store isn't good for business for Microsoft as well, so that's another reason why they're not doing it. But just in general, imagine having to download every single game on XCloud as an app, having hundreds of apps on your phone just to stream the game to your phone would be absolutely ridiculous. Now, on top of that, at this meeting, The Verge is reporting that Phill Spencer said that the streaming with Game Pass would also make its way to Windows 10 PCs next year as well. So we're probably going to get either a native app on your Windows 10 PC, or maybe that same browser solution that they're going to implement on iOS. But either way, XCloud is going to be coming to iOS and coming to Windows PC, and we're going to have more solutions on how we play our Xbox Game Pass games. Now, if you think about it, this is massive for Xbox and Microsoft, because if you look at the mobile OS share in North America, where Microsoft primarily has market share with Xbox, more people use iOS in North America than they do Android, and that is a massive thing. That's a huge market share that they're missing out on. So what does this mean? This really means that the market share and the amount of subscribers for Game Pass when this launches, you can guarantee is definitely going to go up. And right now, Xbox Game Pass is about over 15 million subscribers, and I can pretty much guarantee once this app, or once the browser-based solution launches for iOS, it is definitely going to skyrocket because of that market share and because of how many people actually use the iOS platform, whether that's through iPhone, whether that's through their tablets with the iPads, whether that's through using Mac OS or anything like that. Now, this is interesting because if you remember when Amazon launched or announced their streaming service with Amazon Luna, I was interested, how is Luna getting around putting Luna on Apple platforms? And it seems like that they are going to be doing the same thing, as it says here, that bringing the forthcoming cloud gaming service Luna to iPhone by offering it as a web app. So it looks like all these streaming services, if they want to be on the Apple platform, they're going to have to release some sort of web app for it to actually function. And I mean, I wonder if Apple's ever going to change their stance on this. I wonder if they're going to keep these companies restricted to having to develop these web apps for their platform, or if they're going to allow them to just use the actual app, like the Xbox Game Pass app, which you can download from the App Store, and then just use the cloud service through that, because it's very seamless. If you have an Android and you have Xbox Game Pass on your phone and you want to start playing a game, you have those 3 tabs, and you can clearly see you just switch between cloud, console, and PC, and then you can see which games are available. And if you're on any mobile device and you're not on an actual Xbox console or actually using a PC, you hit cloud, you scroll down, you click one of the games you want to play, and then boom, comes on to your phone, and you're able to play these cloud-based games through your phone with an Xbox controller, with an attachment to your phone. Anything like that will work, any Bluetooth style controller. So it's very, very cool and very very functional, as well as just convenient if you're somebody who just wants to jump in and play a quick 10-15 minutes of a game while you're on the go, rather than sitting down in front of your console at your PC. You can do it right through the cloud. Yeah, overall, I mean, the actual service itself, I'm finding works very well. I've been using it on my phone a little bit. Just been using an Xbox controller connected Bluetooth to my smartphone, and it works well. I mean, the games don't really lag too much. You have to have a good internet connection, but besides that, I mean, I would really give XCloud a thumbs up if you're interested in trying it. It is a cool service, and hopefully it does make its way over to Apple into the iOS platform, because it'd be great for more people just to be able to experience this seamless transition between playing a game on your console or on your PC and then wanting to play something on the cloud on your phone. It's actually, and it's pretty, like when you finally see a AAA game playing on your mobile phone, it's actually, you're kind of in wow if you're somebody who's never seen something like this before. If you're somebody who, like me, grew up playing video games during the 16-bit era, during the PS1, during the Nintendo 64, stuff like that. It is pretty wild to see these games, these AAA games, fully on your phone. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to give my thoughts on this. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Are you excited that XCloud will be making its way over to the iOS via a web app? Do you think that Apple is just way too restrictive with their app store? And do you think that they'll eventually ease up and allow XCloud to be played through the Xbox Game Pass app on their platform? If you want to stay up to date on everything next gen, leading up to the next generation, as well as into the next generation with the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, as I'm getting both of those on day one and I'm going to be making lots of videos on that, definitely stay tuned. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.